eyebrows are in the middle.
So weird. Hey, look.
We're live.
I think that means we're on the internet right now.
What?
Ah, crazy. Dog like legit wants to be in the show. Hello, everyone. This is Mason. He's down there.
And I'm Taryn.
Yes, and I am Mackie. Hope you're all doing well.
We have a friend.
Hey, somebody joined and then left. That's okay. We wanted... Let's get this a little brighter here. Oh, there we go. We wanted to try YouTube Live out. We have no idea how to do this or what we're doing, but why not?
A friend.
So, hello.
We're awful.
Hello to you
try.
too. Yeah, it is our first try. We're not internet dwellers yet, but
welcome
soon.
to our house.
Yeah, this is our. We have shelves. There's 2 of them. We wanted to say hello and tell you a little bit about us and who we are and what we do, and share with you what is coming soon for
us, our shop,
and things
our
that
channel,
we do, and yeah, all that good stuff.
But
first, I'm going to drink out of this Mickey glass.
All right.
So,
I have some questions that I got.
We did a Q&A request out to the interwebs and asked what questions people would like to ask us. So
my phone is currently frozen.
So that's okay.
Malfunctions.
You banter. You ever seen HQ trivia? So most of the
I'm
time,
just stuck on this picture.
Okay.
Hey, Jane.
They don't know or care. So here's what happens. Something goes wrong, and you just banter for a little bit until it gets fixed, like Scott Rogowski does.
While I do this.
Okay, I mean, I can't banter by myself. It's okay. I can banter by myself. I just...
Oh, thanks. We're losers.
We're awful. Anyway, but thank you.
I got it. All right. Sorry.
We'll work on this. This dynamic is new. Be patient. So, yeah, we are Adventures with Mackryn. This is our page. I'm sure you got here somehow and had to read our title name. But my nickname is Mackie, and she's Taryn, and that's where Mackryn comes from. And we like to have adventures, and we put them on the internet. So we have the beginnings of a vlog that started on this YouTube channel. It was really us just playing and kind of cataloging and documenting our trips to Disney World and Universal while we're here. This is your first pancake. I don't understand the reference, but...
Basically, we started Adventures with Mackryn because I was coming down on trips all the time to come and see him from Massachusetts. And so we would document our, days, basically. It was like a little way to remember our date that day. And they're really fun to watch back for us. And I hope you guys like them. But
From Mass.
You're from Mass. Woo!
Are you the Caitlin who follows me on Twitter? Is that where you come from? I'm pretty sure you are. Caitlin P. I think you are. So yeah, she's from Massachusetts. I'm from New York. I moved here from Virginia. Mass is representing.
Yes, Massachusetts, killing it.
I moved here from Virginia because I got a job with Disney World. That's where I currently work. And she moved down to come be at Disney World with me.
Except I don't work at Disney World. I am a kindergarten teacher.
Right. So most of the vlog was just before she moved. I follow you guys in everything, so probably.
That's awesome.
Thank you, fan. We appreciate you. So she was visiting a lot. I wanted to catalog it. I am a filmmaker-ish by trade, editor, graphic designer, post-production specialist. So I like to film stuff and make videos and movies and stuff. So when
I love Disney.
And she loves Disney. And amusement parks in general and going out and whatever.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make videos of us doing that. So, kill more. Love it. So I did, and we have, 20-something episodes, I think, on there. We were just getting our legs and figuring out what we wanted to do, if we wanted to actually vlog full-time or what we wanted to do. with the channel. The vlogs, our lives kind of got a little busy and hairy, and it's a little difficult on the internet if you don't do it every day all the time.
Something else. That's what.
Yeah, we also did that. That is a big thing too. But the vlogs kind of started the beginning of what a big next chapter is going to be in our life. But before we get there, we in the meantime, hello, Michelle Farany. Did I say that right? Hello, thank you for saying hi. We started a t-shirt shop. It's called Mackryn Designs because we're Mackryn and we design stuff. So we make these are two of our
examples
in our collection. She is a very talented illustrator. So I've discovered that when she was doodling on the floor in our house one day, and I was like, that's really good. I think you should put those on t-shirts. So I figured out a way to digitize it and put it in the computer and put it on shirts. And then we started a shop actually almost 1 year ago, last month. I think we're a year and a month right now. We started our shop, mackryndesigns.com. And that took away a little bit from the vlogs because we were focusing on designing and the website and how to do it. And we were kind of trying to figure it all out. We were first-time business owners too, and that was a big deal. So now we have a t-shirt shop and a kind of vlog that we hadn't maintained. So that kind of pretty much brings us up to this year. Our t-shirt shop had been around for almost a year, and we had finally gotten a little bit of traction, and we were thinking we want to do more with our videos. So I got a new camera, and we were going out and shooting together a lot. So we're trying to figure out we should vlog more, but love the t-shirts. Thank you. We're not going to do one or the other. We're going to try and do both. We'll just involve the two. We'll wear the shirts while we vlog. And that is part of the plan, is to kind of like shoot. So if any of you have seen any videos on this channel, if you haven't, it's a good opportunity to go check some out. We started making videos because we go out and shoot marketing material for our shirts. We shoot pictures and stuff. So we went and shot video of us getting the marketing material in the park. And it actually turned out to be, we were just playing, but it turned out to be a pretty decent video project. So we did a couple of them, loved them, called them like lookbooks or of some kind. I think Mackryn Designs lookbook videos. So that is going to be a thing that we do going forward. But I also have focused more of my energy and my thoughts on the video making process. And I'm kind of in the middle of starting my own project with videos to... That is a question mark. It's media in general and how to translate that to people who go to the parks and like to take pictures, like to make videos, because Instagram and Snapchat, and it's very easy to just pull your phone out and take a moment of your day and put it on the internet. So how you can kind of improve that and make it even more professional and more pretty and stuff like that, and use the experience that I've had in the last 12 plus years, 13 plus years. Since he's the big camera buff and I'm the big little camera buff, I'm always on my phone, and he has the big guns, and I'm learning. I want to learn. You're learning really well. And there's nothing wrong with the little cameras, by the way. You don't need a crazy expensive camera to do. And that's part of the challenge with this new project, is to show people you don't need to have $5,000 worth of gear to shoot $5,000 looking videos. The problem that I'm facing too is living in Florida and not being super used to the weather still. It's hard to pack. Like, you don't know if it's going to rain or if it's going to be really hot, and you don't want to carry 9,000 pounds of cameras and whatever to switch around all day. So sometimes it just depends on the dynamic of what we want to switch off on throughout the day too. Also true. But she is also learning a lot. Know what you mean. I just picked, let's all read the comments now. We can't really see. Go Michelle. Picked up your camera last month after not using for a couple months. That's very awesome. Interesting. Tell us more, Michelle. How was it? Yeah. Like, what kind of camera was it? Like a DSLR? Is it like that kind of camera? Was it like a little prosumer camera, video camera? Because what did I get? I have a gear. We have a lot of stuff. I have mine. My little baby is like a Canon. What is it? Okay. We have a lot of gear. We have GoPros. We have video camcorder cameras. We have, right now we have 3 SLRs and 1 mirrorless camera. We have 2 iPhones. We have a gimbal for our iPhone that we're currently playing with right now. A Canon.
The gimbal for the iPhone
SL1.
is like my little baby, and I really
SLR.
like it right now. Except for when it overheats in your backpack and tries to set your car.
I want to update your daughter's vlogging cam to the G7X. The G7X Mark II is one of the best prosumer investments I ever made. I got it. I'm sure every person who's ever been on the internet knows who Tim Tracker is. I got that camera recommended from him, and he still uses that camera. It is literally this big. Like that's the form factor. It's that small with a monitor that flips up forward so you can see yourself. And hopefully I'll be talking more about this kind of thing on my new channel, but it's a 1.8 lens, which means the aperture opens all the way. And those prosumer cameras don't usually open up that much. So what it means is like this background would be completely out of focus. You get really, really rich colors. And it's a camera it's around $500-ish, which sounds like a lot of money for a camera. Like most people want to spend like $200 to $300 for a camera. $500 sounds like a really hefty investment, but that $500 camera is basically a professional SLR without a lens that comes off. The lens is attached. And what's nice is the lens is retractable. So it's about that thin. I have it in the room. I'll bring it out in a second. But the G7X is a great option, especially if it's somebody who's getting into bigger photography or even video, because I shoot almost exclusively video with that. It's a fantastic camera. Sound is really good. It's really easy to operate, really easy to learn because it's not a lot of heavy menus or anything.
It's nice for taking pictures of the two of us at the same time because you can flip it up and like selfie it.
Michelle Murray. Oh, you're Disneyland. How awesome. R. Walter. She is beginning her DCP alumni program next Monday. Oh, that's right. Alex. That's right. Is she here already? Because they're like coming. The alumni program is starting like right now. That's awesome. That's really good. If it's something that she's interested in, any kind of photography. I know it sounds a little on the hefty side for money, but an investment that's well worth it. You don't have to expand it. There's no lenses to buy. Mm-hmm. You don't really get a lot of accessories with it. It's just kind of that's really all you're going to spend if you spend it on that, unless you buy another camera and you start moving.
To be able to shoot really beautiful and take really nice pictures as a newbie, also, and me not knowing cameras that well, I know that I can take the G7X and still get some pretty pictures for the day and not be super intimidated by everything that he does. I did have this bang. Sorry, guys. All right. Does anyone have any other questions, though? I mean, I have questions on here, too.
Guys, there's literally 5 people in here, and you guys are being so like engaging and talking to us, and we really appreciate that.
Especially since it's our first time.
It's our first time.
We're boring, and we're in our living room, and we're just like, hey, this is us.
Hopefully, we have to get our legs and get used to what this is, and we'll do more interesting stuff in the future. But right now, we're just kind of trying to get our feet
I did not have my Florida teaching license. I had my New Hampshire teaching license, and I have my Massachusetts teaching license, and it was reciprocal. So it just went over. I just paid the fee. And now I'm Florida.
Thanks, Mr. Walter. We appreciate being engaging. This is the Canon G7X. That's how small it is. This is my phone. This is my iPhone. It's smaller than my iPhone 10, okay? This is how thick it is. And when you turn it on, that's how far out the lens goes. That's it. You could put this in your pocket, like your jeans pocket, very, very easily. And this goes all the way up. So you can see yourself when you shoot. And it's super, super simple. And the photos and the video that come out of this camera are astonishing. So this lens, we're going to talk about this on my channel soon. This lens, it says it's an 8.8 to 36.8 millimeter lens. Now that's an equivalent lens because this is probably, it's not a full frame camera. It's a crop lens. So it's probably more like
teachers.
It's probably more like a 12 millimeter to 40, 50 something.
It's a G7X, Jennifer.
What camera is that? G7X. Canon G7X Mark II. You can tell the difference because the Mark I doesn't have this little lip. This is the kind of an ergonomic lip for your hand. Yes, we do. It is in my backpack right there. It's in the front pouch. Go over there with that. The Mark II has this ergonomic grip here, so that when you can hold on to the camera, it's a little easier. The Mark I doesn't have this; it's completely smooth all the way around. That's how you can tell the difference. And I believe the Mark I, I don't know if you can hear this. There's a clicking. This ring can be smooth, or if you flip the switch, it can be incremental. It's for like shutter speed and certain settings, zooming and stuff like that. I believe that's also unique to the Mark II. Mark II. Actually, I think the Mark III is already out, so this might be even cheaper than what I said. But you teach in New York City. I'm from New York. What? Brooklyn. Oh my God, that's so small and amazing. Yeah, it's like, look at my hand. Like that is crazy for the amount of quality that you get out of this camera. So it's 8.8 to 36.8 zoom lens, and it's a 1.8 to 2.8, which means at the most wide, it's a 1.8 aperture, which is very, very open. At the most telephoto, at the most zoomed in, it's 2.8. Just to give you an idea, I have a Sony a7 III. That's the new camera that I got. And the way that those lenses, any lenses on a DSLR or mirrorless interchangeable lens camera work is the widest end is one aperture, and as you zoom in, the aperture closes the iris. It closes down, so you can't let as much light in. It's not as good for low light, and it's not as good for the background being blurred. The more wide open the aperture is, the background gets more blurred out. 1.8, this goes away. It's all blurred completely. At something like an f4 and f5.6, you get what you're seeing right now, which is we're crisp, and that's also crisp. So those professional-looking cinematic pictures and video is usually because the aperture is really wide open. This camera, the minimum is 2.8 all the way through the zoom length. So you can zoom all the way in, and everything is still crazy blurred out in the background. That's why you're paying $500 for a camera like this, is because you're going to get that cinematic look, no matter what you're doing in here. As long as you know how to use your camera, which is what we're going to talk about on my new channel. That was a little sample. Kind of stuff we're going to talk about.
Now back to Adventures with Mackryn.
Queens. Hold on. Shout out to Queens. I lived in Long Island City for like 3 years. Word. Carry on.
All right. So our first question from Jet Set and Mickey is, how did you guys meet?
How did we meet? So what we're doing right now, and you guys chatting with us, and that's how we met. That's literally how we met. I was doing these, and she was in the chat, and she was like, hi, hey. That's literally what happened. At the time, it was on Periscope when Periscope was big, and I was walking around Disney World.
Yes,
I had generally just moved here, and everybody in the area was doing Periscope. It was really, really hot topic at that point. Periscope was fairly new, and so we were here at some place people wanted to be, so we would walk around with our phones and just Periscope what we were doing: fireworks, shows, rides, whatever.
Literally watched Periscope like every day.
A lot of people used to just go home, and instead of watching TV, they would just watch us walk around.
Well, it was fun. It was like an interactive way to talk to people as they were walking around the parks, and you could like go on a ride, and you could chat with them, and they'd answer you back. And it was just a small group of people. And after a while, you got to know them better because you talked to them all the time, and you were always in their chat room. So we just became friends.
Like, imagine this. But instead of us sitting in the living room, we're walking around and Cinderella Castle goes by. Like, that's basically what it felt like. Yeah. And that's how we met. We talked in the chat room, and we all became friends on Periscope. Like all the people who were in the groups of broadcasters.
Circle,
yeah, we all kind of became friends. And the people who were local, we all started hanging out. And the people who were not local kind of knew us really well because we were basically hanging out all the time. And so when they would come visit, we would just hang out with them. We would do these meetups, and everybody who saw each other on Periscope. And so when she came down, I met up with her, which wasn't unusual because anybody who was in that circle, when they would come down for vacation, we would go meet up and just say hello because we've been talking for months. So when we met, fireworks of our own, and then the rest is history.
All right. What else do we have? Where does your love of Disney come from?
Yes, that's a great graduation gift. Sorry, I was just catching up on comments.
So personally, my love of Disney comes from my family because we literally went every single year since I was in my mom's stomach. I've stayed at several deluxe resorts. Thanks, Mom and Dad. As well.
What's the question? I missed the question.
Where does your love of Disney come from?
Oh, where does it come from? Okay. This is live, guys.
So I've stayed at a lot of Disney resorts. I stayed at a lot of deluxe resorts thanks to my family, my mom and dad, for eating ramen for months at a time so we could go on this fabulous Disney vacation. But as a kid, I grew up going to Universal and Disney every single trip almost. So I was extra spoiled, but I didn't just love Disney. I loved Universal just as much, which is why I think we do both so often.
We do.
We really love both. Like, we are both big Disney people, and our shop is Disney, and we have a lot of Mickey and stuff in our house, but we also cannot get enough of Universal, and it's a nice change every once in a while, but the fam is where it all began.
Yep, same for me. I have as the story goes, I have a recorded VHS tape that my brother, while we were here in Disney World, he recorded our whole vacation and taped it onto a VHS.
Oh yeah, my mom would do that too.
I mean, I'm sure everybody's family does.
We have all family.
Well, I used to watch that tape religiously as a kid. So I remembered rewatching that same vacation over and over again. And it was like an amazing vacation. At least it documented that way. I was 2 years old. I have very few like actual of my own memories of it, but because that vacation tape is ingrained in my mind so much, it's like I could remember living there, even though that's not really probably possible. And we used to go every 2 years or so. My high school graduation gift from my parents, we all, as a family, went to Disney World, went on a small cruise, not a Disney cruise, but a small cruise, and then went to Disney World.
We went on the Big Red Boat. That was like
the Big Red Boat is a big
like the
pre-Disney cruise line.
Yeah, that's Big Red Boat. I went on.
So yeah, same family just came here a lot, and I just have fond memories of doing it with my family and friends that we would bring down.
I think we also, because we grew up in the 90s, we grew up with like The Lion King and Little Mermaid, and we had like the solid foundation of Disney movies. So I also was like attached to the Disney sing-along. Every single time I would act up, my mom would be like, put that thing in.
To your point, we also grew up in the heyday of like the Disney franchise in the 90s, not just the movies, but the parks and resorts were just like churning out innovation every other year. It was a new technology and a new show. And I think Fantasmic came out in that time, 94, 96 or something like that.
I love it so much.
It really, like, the parks were really growing and the parks were pushing the edge of innovation and creativity. And every time we came, there was something new and something exciting and something big and impressive. It's not quite as big and impressive these days, although things like Pandora are really impressive. But
it's hard. I mean, even teaching 5-year-olds now, technology is just crazy. It's hard to please people. And we were amazed and wowed at the craziest things. Wow, that guy's got a new costume. Like the High School Musical parade at Hollywood Studios, like the coolest thing ever. If they showed that now, I mean, we would like it, obviously, but nostalgia, like kids now would be like, "What is this?"
Yeah, they're not impressed by the same things now that we were in the pre-digital age. Those live things were the pinnacle of entertainment, whereas now it's not the premium entertainment type. There's a lot of, because you can do Netflix and you can do, movies are getting a lot bigger, and like the whole, like if you think about it, like the whole living in the movies thing, like being backstage and behind the scenes, Universal Studios, MGM Studios, behind the scenes tours, that was huge. Like everybody loved that. Nobody cares about how movies are made anymore because they're so big, and a lot of them are not done practically, meaning they don't have physical things that you hold and move around. The special effects aren't real in the space and they record them. A lot of things are CGI now. So it's not as impressive to be like, this is the ship from Flight of the Navigator. Like nobody cares about that stuff because all that stuff is digital now. And now we're in that weird place where the people, the young kids that were our age, that were teenagers or younger, who were going to Disney World now, they weren't alive for movies that had practical effects. All the movies in their lifetime are either completely 3D, like Toy Story and Moana, or they're like complete CGI, like Jurassic Park. And they want
crazy roller coasters.
Yeah, they want thrill rides.
They want crazy thrill rides, and it's sad because I've seen some kids like 10, 12 years old be like, go on the Haunted Mansion, and I get off and I'm like, I love that ride so much because it means so much to us. Yeah. And that kid's like, that was so stupid. Yeah. And I'm like,
it's not the same. And it's hard. It's hard to innovate. See, Michelle said that she grew up going to Disneyland once a year. Her first trip was in 1986. Mine was 1989. So close.
Speaking of all the backlot stuff, leads into what my favorite park is, which is Hollywood Studios.
Her favorite park.
And it basically, I don't even care that it's a half park right now. Hollywood Studios will always be my favorite because I loved Little Mermaid show when I was little.
Which we should go back to, by the way, because we haven't done that.
Yeah, I used to do it when
we've never done it. Yeah, we've never done it together.
I loved Little Mermaid show when I was little. I used to love what was the name of that? It was like a show, but you could be in the show. Do you remember that? It's where Frozen is now. You used to be able to be in it. So you could be like Lucy.
It was Superstar TV.
Yeah, Superstar TV. That was my favorite. I was on Gilligan's Island when I was little. My mom was on Lucy. And sorry for the dog. And then it turned into Millionaire. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And I really liked that too.
Which was very cool because it was interactive.
I also loved the Backlot tour because it had the interactive show with like the submarine and all that stuff. But then it also showed like houses and everything. And that part was cool because they were like, we're actually filming back here. Or like you could
film
back here.
They were real lots, and they were the Mickey Mouse Club, like Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Kerry Russell, Mickey Mouse Club filmed where Toy Story Mania is right now. Those were the you read in your head and then you talk about it later.
Sorry.
Okay. The Toy Story Mania buildings, if any of you are familiar, there was a third track that was installed recently. The whole thing is closed down because they're making entrances and stuff for Toy Story
Land. It's not closed down. You can't do Fast Pass.
It's closed right now.
What, really?
For like a month, yeah. Just because they're making renovations and stuff. But the third building, the building on the end of Pixar Place, the last studio, my buddy Jeff would remember what the studio, and I think it was Studio 2 or 20, something like that. That's the studio where the Mickey Mouse Club tapes. That was the sound stage where they taped. And it wasn't accessible to the public except for viewings and stuff like that. And now that's Toy Story Mania. Fun fact. But it was a live lot. And obviously people know the animation courtyard. Animation, no, that's the courtyard. Animation Studios. Feature Animation, is that what it's called? The building where Launch Bay is now in Hollywood Studios was the
animation,
and it still is called the Animation Building. Studios was my home park when I first got hired here, so that's kind of where I spent a lot of my time. That is still the Animation Building, and the theater where they used to screen the dailies for Beauty and the Beast and Lion King and Mulan and Brother Bear and a couple other ones is still there. It's called FASR, FASR. It's the Feature Animation Screening Room. And they still have events and there's things that happen in there now. They do releases when Baymax was announced that Baymax was going to be a meet and greet. That's where they tied in people from California and executives, and that's where they made the announcement. He came out and did the thing. So they still use the space. And I've been lucky enough to work in that space and use that space. It's basically a movie theater, a small movie theater. But that's where they used to screen all of the animations for that day that the animators did to make sure that they were on track. Like that animation room is where those movies were actually made, and then they were sent off to California for other stuff. But that park has so much history, and it's so fun to be in.
And it's Star Wars and Toy Story right now.
It is very Star Wars and Toy Story right now, and which is not upsetting. What's upsetting to me is that we are losing the Hollywood feel, the film background of it.
I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. I love all the stuff that's Star Wars. I'm really excited for the land to open. But like the cinematic show at night, the like projection show that goes on right before Star Wars, I wish just had fireworks. Because that to me brings back the like nostalgic part of Hollywood Studios. And I think that if they just put fireworks to that, would be really cool. Yeah. But everyone wants to see Star Wars because they've brainwashed everyone to knowing that is where you go for Star Wars stuff. And the fireworks, since we've moved down, have gotten smaller and smaller, which is also upsetting. But
yeah, but I mean,
what can you do?
They have to grow. They have to
Happily Ever After got bigger, so
they have to do whatever they're going to do. Yeah, it's not a big deal. The park is going to be pretty cool once the stuff opens. Once Star Wars Land opens. Once Toy Story Land opens.
I will say the only thing I didn't ever do at Hollywood Studios, like I did it once, was Lights Motor Action. I didn't really like it that much.
Lights Motor Action? I love Lights Motor Action personally. But I'm also like
I
the
liked
car guy.
the Honey I Shrunk the Kids area. I liked that part.
It was fun. Let's see.
Roll down an ant.
Went to Disneyland in the 70s, back when they had the ticket booklets, the e-tickets. Yeah, that's awesome. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was a must-do.
I love that so much.
And honestly, I really loved when it was Idol too. I've sang on that stage before. Both those shows felt like the right kind of it moved from film to television, and like the interaction of being in a TV audience that you can only really do if you're in New York or LA.
I also liked the way that they did it. They picked the one winner from each show, and then the last show was all the best ones. So if you wanted to go to like the best show and see all the winners from the day, cool. It was awesome.
It was like one step up from karaoke.
Yeah.
This past October was your first time back to Hollywood Studios since 1989. That must have been...
That is when I was born.
That must have been an eye-opener because it was a very different park back then, except for Mermaid, which is still there. And all the people who opened it are still also working
archway. Doesn't it say Hollywood? Oh, no, it says Hollywood Studios in Sam James.
But that archway, somebody posted a picture on Instagram of... There was a promo shot of that same archway when it was MGM Studios, and it was all of the characters. Ninja Turtles, Roger Rabbit was a meet and greet. It was all these characters you never see anymore. Indiana Jones was out there.
You used to have you could ride the like Bumblebee thing in the back lot door, and then they put you on the green screen, and it's so cool.
Because Eisner is kind of a jerk and was like, Universal, hold my beer, and he was just stealing stuff straight out of Universal Studios. That's beside the point. Let's see. Great movie ride. Great movie ride just closed. And the people who I work with, I work for Disney Broadcast, and the people who work at Disney Broadcast, a lot of them started their Disney careers at Great Movie Ride. And when it closed, it was like the office went into mourning. It was such a touching thing for so many people's lives to start it as a spieler there or just attractions cast member in general. Great Movie Ride was like a part of their experience. So when that closed, that was kind of a big hit, similar to like everybody had a hard time with Wishes closing. That was like a big deal, which the anniversary of which just passed like a week ago.
It popped up on my timeline
when it closed. That's how I'm going to start feeling about DCA with them adding more Marvel and taking away Bugs Land. Oh,
I know. Right. We're not even going to be able to see it.
Confession. We've never been to Disneyland. Neither one of us have ever been to Disneyland. And as Disney fans, we are kind of mortified that it's taken this long for us to get out there. And I understand it's expensive.
And I'm also kind of sad that we're not going to be able to see, like, as exciting it is to see the new stuff come in, like, I'm kind of sad that we don't get to see, like, a Bug's Life stuff and, like, old...
I am excited now that I'm a Disney cast member and have a little bit of an in to save a little bit of money on getting in since Disney's so expensive. We are going to plan a trip out there soon. This year's vacation is already slotted and already taken, and we're not going to Disneyland. But it's likely that the one after that is probably going to be Disneyland because we've been waiting too long to get out there and shoot video and enjoy the castle. And there's a lot of crazy awesome technology out there. Everybody complains that it's too small, but the innovation out there isn't impeded by we've got 75 plus acres here they've got to deal with. We've got over 75,000 cast members to deal with and positions and stuff. There's a lot going on. And we have our Universal, the one here in Orlando, that's a big beef. Not as much as in Hollywood. Same company, but the one out here still has that back and forth, whereas out there it's a little bit freer. Even though they don't have as much space to work with, it seems like they get to try things out more. And because Universal Orlando and Islands of Adventure in specific has a contract deal with Marvel. When Disney bought Marvel and Fox, the arrangements and contracts with that are such, because we're so close to a park that already has a contract with them, there's certain things that are off limits. X-Men is off limits. Spider-Man's off limits. There's certain things that are in the Universal parks we can't do anything with. I think Guardians is okay, but a lot of the other IP, we can't touch. And over there, Black Panther went out on the street the next week. As soon as that movie was out, Black Panther was out. There's stuff like that we can't really do here. So that's one of the cool things about over there is that they get a lot of new entertainment. See that
kind of stuff because we don't get that.
Mission Breakout. I know a lot of people are upset about Tower of Terror, Train's Mission Breakout, but I really want to see what they do.
Though. Like I've heard really good things.
You call Disney World Disney on steroids.
The Universal here compared to the one in California too. It's crazy. Like the Universal in California has the Backlot tour and it's big and that's impressive.
That I want to really.
We were just watching a video. Yeah. We want to see it so bad. But the Universal here, like it's expanding like crazy. Like they pop up a new hotel every 6 months. Yeah. It seems like we drive by. We were just seeing the volcano be built, and now it's done. It's been done for like a year now.
Yeah, and there's a new hotel.
And there's hotels, and they're all connected, and they're gorgeous. I do recommend if you ever come to the area and you are a hardcore Disney person, just if you even don't have a Universal pass, just go to City Walk and like go do a hotel hop there. It's really fun. Like just going to City Walk and going to the Universal hotels are really pretty.
We resort hop at Universal hotels.
They have amazing theming. So anything from the 50s to Venice, Italy, and like it's just gorgeous. Great picture spots, I must say.
So
I have more.
You have more Q&A?
Yeah.
We got a couple more questions and then possibly some news about what's to come with the t-shirt shop. Do any of you follow? There's only 2 people in here right now, but if any of you follow our t-shirt adventures, I was just in a theater show here, so that took up a lot of our time and we slowed down a little bit, but we're back because the show is over, and we have a lot of new things that are on the horizon, including our summer brand rep search. We're searching for brand representatives to take pictures and catalog our newer stuff coming out in the summer from June through August. So you're going to see a lot of new faces in our stuff too, which we're very excited about. And we have other news too, but we'll finish the Q&A first.
It's her question.
Oh, hi,
Jenny loves Disney. All right, so she said...
She wants her question answered. She came
I would love to know what you guys take to the parks in your bags.
I love this question. She said that you put this in, and I was so excited about this because this is one of my favorite questions that
I have the bag that I bring, so I'm just going to show you my bag. Here's my little Vera Bradley bag with a little flap, Mackryn Designs cards.
My bag has a water bottle pouch in it because it's a Camelback. This is our Mackryn Designs card. In case you guys are wondering, that's our t-shirt site.
All right, so the funny thing is I haven't cleaned this bag out in a while, so there's like random stuff in it. So I bring gum.
Gum's a bit. Are you just going to randomly pull stuff out? Is that how you're doing this?
Well, I'm just showing what's currently in it right now.
You can go with the big stuff first.
Buttons.
All right, just grab that thing. So the first thing that we bring almost every time.
We always bring a camera.
We bring cameras. We bring GoPros. I have an Osmo stabilized gimbal thing. We try to travel light because this style shooting that we're doing is all run and gun. It's just, you see something, shoot it, and then you put your camera away. So we're kind of small form. G7X comes with us a lot. Our phones come with us, obviously. We have chargers. We almost what do you bring for backup chargers? That's a fantastic question. So I have a whole charging station in my office that I'll show in another video. But we've lost a couple. But we have those portable Anchor batteries from Amazon. 13,000 milliamps, 20,000 milliamps. I also have, because we both have iPhone 10s, they are Qi charged, which means they're wirelessly charged. So I have a power bank battery that you can plug a USB into. That's also a wireless charger. So you just put.
So it basically looks like you like this, and you just sit it on the table, and you can just sit it like this, and it'll just charge.
And then it wirelessly.
So if you're eating at quick service or something, you can just set it on the table. It'll charge, but you also have the option to plug it in.
Yeah,
as well.
To be fair, we as locals don't often spend a full day in the park where we would waste our phone all the way down to zero and then need to charge it both again. As vacationers, that will happen. On the cruise, it happened all the time. We're looking at the batteries.
Honestly,
all the time.
The only time that I really run out is if I'm doing like an Instagram story all day and I like commit
Yeah.
And then I'm using it a lot, or I'm using my phone to take Instagram or Snapchat, and then I'm also taking pictures all day or video and taking the parade or whatever. It drains really quickly.
Yeah.
But that's usually not the two of us. It's usually just one of us, in which case I'll just charge my phone.
But that's what we use for backup chargers. Anchor power bank chargers. Anchor is a fantastic company, by the way. If you're looking for backup batteries to take with you.
They make different sizes. We have some bigger ones, but they charge a lot.
Yeah. So 13, to give you an idea, the average iPhone, it would take about 1,400 milliamps to charge us all the way full. And the batteries start at 10,000. So you can usually charge one or two phones or charge your phone one or two or more times with those batteries. 13,000, I think, can charge like 5 times full, like wipe your phone all the way to 0 and charge it like 5 times. So it's really nice. It's not going to die on you when you're out there. You're looking into them. They're awesome. Awesome. And Anchor is totally a company to invest in. They've been doing it for a long time. Some of the knockoff batteries say that they are, this many hours, but they're kind of cheap materials inside. Anchor is not cheap, and they're pretty affordable. One of the big things that we always take with us, we try to take it always, I always forget, is take a towel. We always take a towel, because no matter how overcast or rainy it is always humid year long. So you need a towel because you're going to get sweaty. Also, in the parks, it's way hotter than it is at your house or your hotel. So you're going to get sweaty.
I'm telling you right now, those portable fans, they don't work. They don't help. They don't help me. The towel, I know it looks disgusting, but like if you're just like this every once in a while, it keeps you cool. And the portable fans are nice if you're waiting in line and you're just doing this. But like, we've had the ones that you buy and you wear around your neck like a necklace, and you hold it up.
It's not quite enough. And you'd be surprised how much of a difference it makes when your skin is not wet, when you're not sweaty. Like that, if you're just
patting your neck dry, you're like, oh, wow.
You don't even need the fan. Just not being wet makes the biggest difference in the world. Also, so bring a towel.
Strategize. And if you're going to be outside, you got to go in, and every once in a while, even us, we'll go in and be like, all right, we're going to go into Pirates. It has a 20-minute wait, but it's going to be cold in there.
Yeah.
So you just got to go and like cool off for a little bit. The other thing
going inside is a big, I know it's not related to a bag, but that does make a big difference going inside.
So we buy the Bath & Body Works hand sanitizers like crazy. We're kind of addicted to them.
A lot of people do like CVS and Walmart ones that are just like general alcohol scents. Bath & Body Works, I got to tell you, they've got sales all year on most stuff, but these things these are, what do they call those? They're cashier upsells, which means they don't have these at the front of the store. They have them right before the register, so that you walk by and go, oh, these are $1. I'll put 12 of them in my bag. And then you go and buy right at the end.
6 for $6.
And they have these kind of sales, 6 for $6 or whatever, all year. They change them periodically. But the biggest difference with these, as opposed to like a CVS one or like a general antiseptic hand sanitizer, it's not just the smell. It's that a lot of the Bath & Body Works stuff, they're made with better materials. A lot of them are oil-based. Not like a gross, greasy oil, but alcohol will dry your hands out. And these do not dry your hands out. For whatever reason, your skin doesn't feel that like nasty feeling after putting hand sanitizer on. These don't have that. And that's my favorite part.
Plus, they're like seasonal smells. So like right now we have all the beach ones and like sunscreen and whatever. But like in the fall, he gets like marshmallow like
pumpkin, s'mores,
And then we'll get like Christmas ones. But it's nice because, I mean, my kindergartners have these at school, and they'll put it on, and I'm like, it smells so good. Like it smells so good.
Yeah, they're really nice. And there is an actual essential oils collection that is in hand sanitizers, room sprays, cologne, all that kind of bath soap, the gel, whatever. They have the essential oils collection in all of those, and those are even nicer for your skin, and they don't cost extra money, but they are even nicer in quality. So we also take that with us all the time because kids are gross and they're all over Disney parks.
Chapstick.
Always have chapstick. I'll tell you right now, I'm just pulling these two things out of my pocket, is the hand sanitizer and chapstick. I keep these in my pocket all day, all the time.
He's just worse than me. Like I'm a girl. I bring bobby pins
A lot of bobby pins. Many bobby pins.
Like 1,000. They're better in my backpack than all over the house.
Patting your skin with a towel and getting the water off. The thing that is just as good as that is getting your hair off your neck. And I say that in sympathy for all of the long-haired, beautiful girls that
and
suffer all
honestly,
the
it's
time.
hard too because you want to leave the house, and this is for another whole thing. We'll do a beauty thing, but you want to leave the house and you want to have that Instagram hair and you want to have curls, and I do it every single time. Like I curl my hair and I get to the park, and 5 minutes later it's on my neck and I look like this, and I'm just done. Like he knows after like 5 pictures, I'm like, I gotta go in the store. I'm so hot.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thanks.
I'm like, I'm so hot. I can't do it. So I honestly, go on YouTube and learn braided hairstyles. They are the cutest thing ever. If you have long hair, even if you have short hair, braid your hair off to the side, put a little ponytail. Buns are in. I did space buns for Star Wars and I loved them. So
hair off the neck is a big pro tip.
And not just a ponytail, because a ponytail, honestly, for me, hurts so bad after. I get a headache in like 10 minutes after being in the park because I have to put it tight or it's falling down. So just be good at the bun, or like literally I'm just learning to braid. So come on my braiding journey with me.
Beauty tips from Taryn. Do you have any more questions? Oh, you're finishing bags.
Besides chapstick, I also carry, if you ever want like lipstick or lip gloss, I always get the I will try.
Chad is really bad for ADD, in case you're wondering.
I do have ADD.
Real bad.
So one of the other things I always bring are the Sephora lip stains. So this one is just like a berry pink. They smell like chocolate frosting. So good. But they if they rub off, these are nice because you cannot put, I learned the hard way, cannot put regular lipstick in your backpack. It will melt. I learned that the hard way. I brought a red lipstick.
Deodorant will also melt.
Yes, I brought a red lipstick for Christmas or something, and it completely melted through my backpack because I wasn't. And you just take the cap off, like, oh, I'm gonna put my lipstick on, and then. No.
Florida heat is no joke. Like your car,
even at Target, like they make these in everything, but make sure it's plastic and make sure that
your car will get up to like past 110 degrees with the sun that's down here. It's crazy. So your stuff will melt. Deodorant will also melt. So I've started investing in these spray deodorants that you can keep in the. So I have normal deodorant, but I keep these in the car because it's just a can and they don't explode or anything. So I keep these in the glove compartment or somewhere shady that doesn't have direct sun. So if I either have deodorant and midway through the day we're like change parks or go somewhere else and I'm a little bit sweaty, this is a really, really big savior. Or you could just put it in your bag and take it inside the park. And then when you get hot, again, that whole not being wet thing, if your clothes get wet and it starts to stick to you, there's no coming back from that.
Fun fact for the girls that have big thighs, like Taryn, I put deodorant in between my legs, and then you don't chafe.
Don't make this gesture. That's not good. They know what you mean.
Whatever, I don't chafe. I'm just saying. It's like
let's see. Kaylin P says, Taryn, you should totally do more makeup or hair stuff. Okay, so we've talked about this. We actually taped with one of our good friends, Anna Grace. We taped the beginning of a possible beauty thing just to see if it would work. And I think it will work. And we are all about the YouTube account and getting video content out there now for the summer especially. So I think that might actually happen. So
our goal, because I have the same makeup routine every day. However, I have been watching Glam Masters. And every once in a while, I will go in the other room, come out, and look like a drag queen. So I do like to play, and I like to buy new makeup all the time. It is very expensive, but I have tricks, and you can go to Sephora and get samples, and there's lots of stuff you can do. But I am the master of curling my hair. Personally, my own hair, because I know it the best. But I want to collaborate with my friend Anna Grace so that we can do hair and makeup. She's also like a fabulous makeup. Oh my God, yes. Can paint a face like no other. So we're gonna make that happen. Self-taught. Yeah, amazing. Which is like the thing now is that you don't have to go to beauty school, just go to YouTube. Al Jones, how do you guys decide on what to wear? That is a difficult. Do you know how long it took for us to figure out what to wear for this live cast? We're wearing pajama bottoms. It takes forever. Okay.
And it's not just like, oh, women take forever. It's both of us. We take forever. It took me like 15 minutes to decide to wear this hat.
This is what we'll do. Okay, so when Chris gets ready in the morning, he will go and probably just put on a regular pair of shorts like he always does. But then it's a matter of the shirt and the shirt color and what park are we going to.
The theme.
Because his is always a t-shirt. Like he doesn't wear tanks as often.
That is because I have sensitive skin and I burn in the sun and I don't feel like putting sunscreen on, so it's just laziness. But yeah.
But I think you should wear more tanks. Anyway.
I will. This summer I'm going to do it. That's my
But then it's like, oh, resolution. Does this color tee go with these shorts? And then you're just like, yeah, it does. And then he finally gets the t-shirt on. And then it's a hat
and
sunglasses. And that takes forever.
One day we'll take you on a tour of our office when it's not messy and show you the collection of pins and also the collection of tabletop full of sunglasses that we have.
But it's not going to be a table anymore. We got a thing in IKEA.
Oh, that's true.
And we're going to show you how beautiful we make it.
A lot of girls have purse things. They have just a ton of purses, sometimes shoes. Guys have a lot, like shoe collections and hat collections are really big with guys, especially shoes, like sneakers. I collected a lot of snapbacks, but sunglasses are my thing. That's the thing I'm obsessed with. Mm-hmm. Apparel-wise.
And for a while, it was every time we went to Universal because they're sunglasses, the really specific type of sunglass. What are they called?
Wayfarer glasses. The square.
Yeah. They come in all different colors and whatever. So we'd go in the store and every time we'd find a new color and it just so happened to match the outfit that he had on or something that day better than the ones that he had on. So we'd always buy them because they were like, what, $10 or something like that? Super cheap and they're awesome.
Yeah.
I don't personally like to wear sunglasses that much. I have broken my nose twice doing gymnastics, so sunglasses hurt my nose. So you never see me really with sunglasses.
She tries. We do them for...
Unless we're taking pictures and I don't want to be like this, I'll put his sunglasses on. But for the most part, I don't wear sunglasses. And that's probably bad for my eyes.
Go get the sorcerer, Nikki. Let's come up. So, well.
What?
Go get the sorcerer, Nikki. Yeah. All right. So, a couple people said that they have met Anna Grace and love her, which I appreciate because she's absolutely fabulous. We really, really love her a lot. And someone said, let's see, Michelle said when she was here in October, you let your hair air dry. You put in some styling products so your hair would frizz. So your hair wouldn't frizz, maybe? Caitlin says, yes. What do you use for a curling iron?
All right. I have a Numi wand, which is a 1-inch curling wand. And then I also have a Remington 1-inch to a 1/2 inch curling wand. I don't use a curling iron at all. For some reason, one of the more expensive one will make these like big waves, almost like how my bang is going right now. And the other one will make really tight curls. And then I have to brush them out. And then it gets like crinkly, if that makes sense. I also have just a 1/2 inch one and it makes the really fine, like Shirley Temple curls. And if you look back in the videos, the one that we did at Hollywood Studios lookbook and the Animal Kingdom one where my hair is like kind of crinkly and whatever, I used all 3 of them because I get out of hand sometimes. I plug them all in and I'm just like going crazy. But I do not dry my hair ever unless I showered that morning and I'm getting ready that morning. I take showers at night and I go to bed with it soaking wet, flopping on his face, and it's freezing. So my mom and dad got me one of those like turban-y looking towel things.
Oh yeah, the hair wraps.
The like hair wrappy thing. So you wear it, and I wear it every once in a while, but my hair gets knotted in it. Sometimes I've heard that if you have longer hair and you go to bed with it wet, you're supposed to braid it, and then you wake up in the morning and it's kind of wavy. I've done that a couple times, but my hair, like this is it most of the time. This is not straightened and not anything. So it has wave and stuff by itself. So that's usually
one cover at a time says, hey guys.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you for joining us. I have to figure out what backpack I'm going to use. LOL. I have a lot of them. I thought
do you need another one?
We might show you our latest invention. I mean, we didn't invent the backpack, but we have a new product that we're going to be coming out with. And what better way to show you than on this live stream?
Before
Why
we
not?
show you, inside the backpack, I was feeling around and I found the batteries.
Oh yeah, this is what the wireless charger looks like. It usually has some kind of symbol on it. This particular one has a readout as to. We used it a little bit, but it also has chargers in the top. Brick that comes with an iPad charges them a little bit faster than the normal brick that comes with the iPhone, just in case you're wondering.
And then this is the Anchor, which has 4 charges, or
no. That's a percentage, like 175,
right.
50, and 25. This is a 13,000
size.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
That's a 13,000 milliamp one. We also have a 20,000 milliamp one that's slightly longer that will charge it a couple extra times.
Honestly, when I have this backpack, it just slides in here, and then I just have the cord running.
Yeah.
And it's perfect.
And you can put it in your pocket or whatever.
Yeah.
So we are going to begin selling backpacks on our site. Now, this live stream is not intended on being like a marketing, like, hey, look at our shop. But since someone brought up backpacks, I thought it was appropriate to talk about backpacks. So they are all custom designed.
They're all hand-drawn.
They're all hand-drawn. This one is a fairly simple design. We're going to start upping the complexity of the designs. This was a kind of a prototype to make sure that it worked, and it did.
He's just my favorite character.
But he is both of our favorite characters. So let's see the
Stop it.
The Sorcerer Mickey backpack, which is very cool. It is it's very similar to a JanSport bag. It's about that same size, same kind of material.
We went to the Van store the other day, and they had very similar backpacks.
Very same material. You could put pins through this really easily. It's also a laptop bag. You're not going to really be able to see this too well, but there's a space for a laptop to go in addition to the open space in the middle.
Which was nice because I put lenses on one side and the camera on the other side.
Yeah, you could put a notebook or whatever, but you could fit a 15-inch laptop in here, no problem. I'd show you, but we're on the 15-inch laptop, so I can't do that. It has a very strange pocket. I've never seen bags do this before, but there's a pocket here that you could put stuff in, which is kind of interesting.
I have my pins that I want to trade in there.
There you go, pin trading. The coolest part about it is the manufacturers that we print with gave us access to print on the inside of the pocket. So this is a hand-sewn product, which means we submit designs for each panel section. Is a separate thing. So, and then once they print it on a flat piece of garment, and then someone sews it together, and then quality control checks it. So one of the pieces, this entire piece is one flat piece, and then the zipper is kind of sewn on top of it. So they print half here and then half here, and then print and sew on top of it.
Very complex to draw.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know.
We have printed something different on the inside, and if you can see that, it's the broom and pail from Fantasia. So we're planning. So it's kind of like a hidden, cool like artwork on the inside, a little surprise. I know no one sees it when you're wearing it, but it's kind of
so sad. But
it's kind of a cool feature.
It's cool because we have some stuff in store for.
Yeah, for the upcoming designs, we're really going to use that inside pocket kind of creatively. So this is our
and
bag.
It's like a medium. It's like a medium size. Like it's not super huge.
You don't want a kind of a big bag you'd be lugging around the park.
I have the small Vera Bradley bag, and this is it next to it. Yeah. So they're like almost the same size, which I love personally because I don't like big bags.
And these are nice. And we've tried it out.
I was sweating.
We've tried it out in the parks and the resorts a couple times, and they're fairly waterproof as well. I wouldn't soak it or dunk it in water, but we got a little bit rained on, and everything was pretty dry. It's water resistant, I would say, but really good quality. We were very impressed with what they came up with. So we are going to manufacture those, and then we're also going to design some new ones coming up for our summer collection. So you guys got the first look at what that bag looks like. So thank all three of you for coming. and anybody who's replaying, you guys too. That's too cute. People like it. Michelle and Jennifer.
Thank you for
make up 2 of the 3 people who are watching. I'm assuming the third one's a guy and doesn't care about bags. So that's an hour of our content. I think, do we have any other news? That's part of the news is our bags coming soon.
Just be on the lookout. We've been trying to, he's been trying to put out some new content. He makes shorter videos, and he has been putting them up on his Instagram. He just started one the other day.
It's the Mackie Mouse, if that's not how you got here. It's MackeeMouse. You can type it in. I forgot how this works. The Mackie Mouse is mine. You put yours in while you're at it.
And mine is Dream Along. I can't type.
You did it. You're good.
I need
Snapchats. We mostly do stuff on Instagram. We have Facebook page, like Mackryn Designs is a Facebook page. Adventures with Mackryn, I believe, it also has a Facebook page. Most of our stuff right now is either the shop or the Adventures with Mackryn Instagram. But we are working toward, and then here are Adventures with Mackryn YouTube. If you like what you see, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you for the people who already have. In fact, as soon as this stream is over, I'm going to upload the Toy Story little short cinematic that we did at the resorts with two of our Toy Story shirts. So You've Got a Friend in Me and To Infinity and Beyond, a Buzz and Woody collection pair. And then I have another one. I have a few. I have an Animal Kingdom 20th anniversary coming up, and we did a Disney Springs Day and a Port Orleans Day yesterday, where we just walked around the resort and just took some fun footage. So we're still kind of playing with the cameras and getting used to the amazing footage that comes out of them because they're so good. So those 3 videos will be coming soon. So subscribe if you want to see them. Also hit the bell if you want to see when the videos come out, because the YouTube subscriptions are weird now. So if you hit the bell, then as soon as we put a video out, it'll send a notification and you'll know about it.
And you can always just swipe.
What?
You can always just swipe us away.
When?
If you don't want it.
Right now?
No, not right now.
Oh.
It just meant like if you're like doing something cooler.
Oh, yeah, if you're doing something cooler, you can totally swipe us away.
But don't, because
don't. One cover at a time says, "You guys are awesome."
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Who are you and do we know you? I'd like to know that so I can thank you in person. I'll give you $20 later on. So how was the stream? Did you guys could you hear everything okay? Did it look all right? Was it buffering and being weird? I'm just curious. Since it's our first one, I would love some feedback as to how it works, because I'm the tech one in the house, so I'll figure out how to make it better if it needs something. Christina and Bobby. Hi, guys. I knew we'd need
We will give you your $20.
I knew it. Yeah, we'll definitely give you your $20. Michelle enjoyed it.
Thank you, Michelle.
I enjoyed it, period. That was
Do you want to say hi to everyone?
A sentence with conviction. I appreciate that. Great. People like it. Come here.
He's been in this the whole time.
Mason
All he's wanted to do is say hi.
He keeps squeezing between us. He's super cute. Okay, awesome.
This is the fam.
And the stream heard you loud and clear. There you go. Great. I don't know how YouTube works, so I don't know how anything works. I'm old. But you know what? My desire in 2018 was to be young again and to get back on the internet and to try putting content out again. Disney Harvick fan on Instagram. Couldn't log into your... Oh, that's funny. Feel free to friend us on any of our Instagram pages or message us and be like, hey, I was in the YouTube stream. Please tell your friends. We're planning
so hard.
We're planning on doing this every Monday, and we're going to call it Mackryn Monday Streams. So tell your friends. It's fun. We're going to do... we have been talking about like game shows and trivia type things, and we're going to try and make this a structured thing and have like segments. Mm-hmm. We don't have enough content for that right now, but very soon we're going to try and do like a news section and a little Q&A, and then like what's coming soon and some trivia and some fun interactive things that we can do. I will watch it every Monday. You guys are so loyal. I love you guys. Everyone I've ever met online who's ever watched my content are so sweet. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yes, we will definitely hang out with you guys in Orlando. And if any of you guys come down to Orlando and you want to hang, we're pretty approachable people. If you ever see us in the park, or if you say, hey, I'm going to be in the park and I'd love to meet you or take a picture with you, please message us. We're totally down because we live very close. And next time we'll do a longer Q&A. We'll have people submit some more questions ahead of time. Thank you very much to Jen. I'm sure some other people submitted questions too, right?
Yeah, Jet Set and Mickey.
Jet Set and Mickey, yeah. Thanks to all the people who submitted questions. Thank you very much for supporting us.
It was very last minute.
Yeah, I know. So next time this is our first one. We're going to try and organize it a little bit better. But be on the lookout for a new channel that we'll announce soon. That will be part of my like tech stuff. If you want to learn about
This is mermaid vibes.
the tech side of things. Yeah, mine says Be Original and hers says Mermaid Vibes. And she drew both of these by hand.
I also have this Mickey. Sorry to like rub your chest. This painted Mickey, looking Mickey, and I have in the works like Mr. and Mrs. because
oh yeah, we're engaged.
You know, we kind of got engaged.
I forgot to talk about that. We're engaged.
So we got engaged in February. So I want to make my own like Mr. and Mrs. Wifey hubby. You know,
super cute.
That stuff's coming out soon too. So I don't care if you're married for 5 years.
Do it.
Wifey hubby.
Yeah. And if the hubby doesn't want to do it, the wifey will make them do it. Mm-hmm. It's usually how it goes. So thank you so much for supporting us again. And we will be back soon next week. Maybe sooner, but at least next Monday, we'll try and do another.
We'll definitely be on here next Monday.
Yeah.
But definitely check in. I mean, it is going to be raining all week in Florida.
You know what that means.
So we're going to find something indoors to do.
We have a lot of work to catch up on. We have a lot of shop stuff to catch up on, and we have a lot of creative things to catch up on. We are up to our eyebrows in footage that we need to go through and edit, and that's including pictures. I've got thousands of pictures I need to go through and pull some good ones out and put them on Instagram and stuff. So stay tuned for news soon. Stay tuned into our social media because it'll be coming soon. People are excited. I need them. That's so exciting. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it, and we'll let you guys go enjoy the rest of your evening now. And thank you for joining us. For all the people who are replaying, and you've made it this long.
Thank you so much.
Why? How did you make it this long? You weren't even chatting with us. You were just watching us ramble on in our living room.
I probably clicked forward a lot.
You know what?
I do that all the time.
If you made it to this part of the video.
Does anyone click forward and then they click forward too far, and then you're like, oh crap.
I have to go back and figure out what it is.
And then you get back to like basically where you just were before you clicked forward, and then you just have to watch it. Like I do that all the time.
To our point. Thank you, replayers, for making it this far. We appreciate it. And if you missed this one live, come back and see the next one. We will do more.
Oh.
Time out. Somebody just asked, Christina just asked, I would love to see a design process video for sure. So we just released, is that on Mackryn Designs you put that video out?
Yes.
So we just released a
very tiny snippet.
A little snippet of a time lapse. Now,
drawing Rapunzel.
I've been reading up on this, but I just saw that on YouTube, you can stream from the program that we use on the iPad to draw, Procreate. You can stream the drawing directly to YouTube real time. I don't know if that's in our future yet, but I just saw that was like a thing that is possible. So those time lapses are just her drawing things out on the iPad, which is really cool. But I think it would be also cool for us to do like a live stream of us conceiving a product and then kind of working it out and just chatting with you guys and maybe just talking for a couple hours about how we do it, maybe do a quick sketch. Or we could have a cool thing where people kind of shout out things they want us to draw and we just try a challenge where we try and come up with something together. I think that would be kind of a cool thing for us to do in the house. We can do it together. It's fun because I do digital art as well. Like on the computer, she does hand art and calligraphy and handwriting. Yeah,
master.
She's very, very good at combining things together and making really cool artwork. So, bye, Christina. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. So that's a good idea. We're going to write it down in our notebook full of things that we want to try out that we never do. We'll write that down and we'll try it. We'll try it soon. Mm-hmm. But now that we know that this is a cool thing that we can do and it's something that you guys enjoy.
And we like talking to you.
And we won't just be in our living room. We will take this on the road since Disney World is right down there. Good night, Michelle.
Try to steal their Wi-Fi and do like a resort or something sometime.
Yeah, we're gonna work.
Thanks for coming,
guys. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Have a good night.